Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at Tablemon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be playing with GOODRA again, but this time around it's going to be paired with ARCEUS VSTAR, sort of in a similar fashion to ARCEUS DURALUDON. Now we have ARCEUS GOODRA, which of course GOODRA has less HP, but it will be reducing damage throughout the course of the game, which is really nice with the Rolling Iron attack. Doing 200 damage, and during our opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 80 less damage from attacks, which is fantastic. And we have the Moisture Star V-Star, which if we manage to set up without having to use the V-Star power from ARCEUS V-Star, we can use Moisture Star to heal all damage from this Pokemon. Now we're going to be using ARCEUS V-Star to set up, using the Trinity Nova attack, doing 200 damage, and searching for 3 basic energy cards and attaching them to our Pokemon V in any way we would like. Along with the Starburst ability, which allows us to search for any 2 cards that we need, making sure that we can set up completely. Now, on top of the damage reduction, we have Radiant Gardevoir as a Radiant Pokemon of choice with the Loving Veil ability, where all your Pokemon take 20 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon V. And we have Hyper Potions as well to heal off any damage. Combined with the double turbos, we also have Big Charm, and we even have a big Parasol to prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to all of your Pokemon, preventing essentially Giratina V-Star attack from working. We have Research, Melanie, Marnie, and Avery for draw support. We also have Boss's Orders to target down stuff. Having the Melanie support is especially good, because that way you don't 100% rely on energy attachments from ARCEUS VSTAR to establish your setup. And then we have Quick Balls, Pokegears, Instances, Ultra Balls, all the good stuff to set up our Pokemon, Escape Rope and Switch to switch around, Ordinary Rod for recovery, and Crystal Cave for further healing. So pretty sturdy deck. Let's see how it works out in the ladder. If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it, and it's free. Looking for PTGO codes? Photon Store has all the latest sets and promos instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tablemon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Right, we did win the coin flip, and as with any good ARCEUS deck, we want to go first and find an energy attachment, which is exactly what we have already, which is pretty darned cool. So let's see how the game ends up panning out right here. All right, so my opponent will mulligan and will show a bunch of lightning energy. So we could be up against Flying Pikachu VMAX, which should be a very easy matchup overall. Fairly easy matchup overall. 3 double turbos in my hand, but actually it's not. That is a Mareep. All right, so the attachment. So here's my thinking. Yeah, if I quick ball right now, my opponent goes boss to stall, that could be a little problematic. I'm gonna get rid of the Marnie, but I do like the idea of just having the GOODRA ready to evolve, so I'm gonna go for it. And I'm going to pass. And if they do go for the boss, then I'm gonna go ahead and probably attach the energy and then Marnie. And then all I need is an ARCEUS VSTAR. And then that ARCEUS VSTAR fetches me the switching card, which is all we need to make sure we are attacking. And it would be a very poor start for my opponent if they did that. So hopefully, not hopefully it's what they do, but I certainly would not complain. However, we're just going to see the ARCEUS immediately right off the bat right here. And we're going to see the Research. So pretty decent start for my opponent as well. And there's Raichu, so my damage reduction will actually not matter a whole bunch. Damage reduction is especially not great against decks that reduce damage, that can one-hit KO, such as my opponent's deck. However, we are able to fully establish our board here. So if I didn't prize any Pokemon, what did I prize? 1 research, 1 Melanie, 2 waters, and 1 metal. So that's 5 prizes figured out, and something else that I'm not exactly sure what it is. So I'm just gonna commit the energy to the active. One less card I need to search for. We'll go ahead and Marnie, and there's the Arceus, which is freaking fantastic. And like I said, I am setting up without using my V-Star. However, my hand is so terrible, and I might just want to use it anyways. I think that's fair. I'll keep the stadium for further healing, and then I'll grab a GOODRA. Reducing 20 damage on this Arceus doesn't really matter, honestly. And so I'm gonna go Starbirth, and I'm gonna grab... Okay, honestly, I'm thinking of grabbing a switching card and a research. Mainly because... 200 HP, okay. Mainly because my opponent could go boss, like I mentioned last time. So I'm gonna go ahead and Trinity Nova, take the first KO, power up 2 metal and 1 water onto this GOODRA, and then we'll power up the other 2 metal and the 1 water left in the deck to this GOODRA V. So off to a pretty good start, that's for sure. No complaints from me at all at this point. Okay, so we do see a quick ball. There's Mareep. There's Croat. Another thing I could have done is grab a boss instead of the switch or the research, but I really wanted that protection. Okay, so we're gonna see the Raichu get powered up. It seems like my opponent did not get the Arceus here, which would be really, really impactful. Okay, they also come in another double turbo, which is very interesting. It's pretty, like, it's definitely not usual for you to commit 2 double turbos to a single Arceus, and then to see 2 of them, that's also very, like, back to back is also very odd. Okay, so we do get Marnie out of the 2 cards I grabbed. However, I am completely okay with that. I essentially get the research back, and I clearly don't need the switch, which is great. I am a little scared of that Raichu though, to the point where that's a really nice top deck. I can't get a KO on the Arceus, so yeah, never mind. There's no way for me to knock out this Arceus right here. So I think it's Carnivore time to try and mess with my opponent's potential damage output. So this is what I'm gonna do. Like this, and then I just want to reduce as much as I can, I believe. So we're gonna get the Carnivore, and we're gonna make it as difficult as possible for my opponent to get this KO. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab all of them, honestly. So metal will go here, metal will go here, then water will go here as well. This sets me up nicely for hyper potions later on down the line, in case my opponent doesn't want to KO me, which clearly they will try, and they might succeed. So I'm reducing 20 damage from Raichu, and I'm increasing the 30, which is nullified essentially by this. Okay, so they need 5 energies. which is exactly what they have. Or they can go after my GOODRA as well, which requires 4. Okay. Well, that was not very nice. That was seriously not nice at all. Okay, so I have to go into this GOODRA now to get the return KO and start applying pressure. Not ideal. Yeah, absolutely not ideal. Can't really do anything else right here. So we're just gonna rolling iron, reducing by 80 damage next turn. Whatever my opponent tries to do will be further reduced by 80 damage. Okay, and I do have boss, so I can win in 2 attacks. That is the plan. To win in back-to-back attacks. So we'll see if they play Roxanne or something like that. I'm hoping they don't. Really, really, really hoping they're not playing Roxanne. I really also hope they don't play another Marnie, because then my boss's orders would go to the bottom of the deck, and that's not great. Not great when your plan to win is boss. What I'm really hoping for is that I don't get KO'd this turn. That, oh, I was gonna say, that Luminion could have been a little scary. I did not get Marnied, however, which is really good. Do see an ARCEUS VSTAR here, and there's a VSTAR. So is there any way for them to attach extra energies that I'm missing? There's no Mirage Gate. I guess they could be playing I forget the name of the card now. The item card that powers up a benched V Pokemon with a coin flip from Sword and Shield. I generally don't remember what the name of the card is. I truthfully just do not remember. Okay. Anything that I target here will actually be pretty good. I think especially taking down Raichu with the energy could be good. But there's also merit to taking down the... yeah, wherever they put the damage onto. Okay. So only 80 damage, which I can heal off and then just attack and then save my 2 bosses orders. And I just need to trim my hand as much as I can. All right, because the only thing that matters is boss next turn, correct? So I'm definitely attaching this and using Hyper Potion to heal. Then I could switch and take the knockout with the ARCEUS. I mean, with the ARCEUS. Although I go boss on this, they'll still have the 2 energies. They'll still be able to KO me, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, saving the boss, I think, makes the most sense. Right here. Okay, I can certainly do this. You just need to play out every card that is not useful right now. Every card that is not boss's orders is quite simply not useful at all. Avery could end up mattering at some point, perhaps. Okay, and then if I'm gonna get Marnied, I would need to hit the Pokegear, so that's why I'm gonna grab the ARCEUS. I'm gonna go ahead and bench it. Then I'm gonna go ahead and bowling. So they can KO me, but I have the boss. Maybe I should have switched. If I switch though, they could maybe beat me by bringing up the Radiant Gardevoir and attacking me out though. Even though they have less cards. I don't know. Tool Scrubber doesn't really matter. All 3 bosses in my hand is ridiculous. I wish there were like 2 in my hand, 1 still in the deck with the Pokegear. But if my hand doesn't get attacked, then of course I just outright win, no questions asked. Which might honestly end up... no, there's Roxanne. Okay, so I have 3 bosses and 2 Pokegears to win the game. And even after they knock me out, they might not necessarily have the follow-up KO. Alright, well, I am dead drawing. I might pay dearly for benching that Arceus now that I think about it. Okay. 15 cards, 3 hard outs, 2 potential outs. 2 very likely outs, if you will. Okay, here we go. That was most of the energy discarded. My opponent can knock out the Arceus. No, they're 1 short, actually. Okay, so with attachment for turn and 2 Flaffies, that's... It's 60 per, right? That's 270 damage. They are only down 1 boss's order, so I don't know if this Marnie will help them or not, but I can't win, so I might as well take away their huge hand. Still no boss. Still no boss. We're just gonna Trinity Nova here. Call it a day. All 3 bosses are in the deck, so do they win this turn? They can't win with what they have right now. They are 10 damage short. Unless I'm doing the maths wrong. 6 by 4 is 27. They could just have the boss though. That's true. They could just have the boss, and that's that. I lost against this deck at NAIC. Because I was playing Palkia and I drew so horribly bad. Alright, they Ultra Ball and fail it. There's no Peeperl. They need that last card to be boss. I was like, no way. No hecking way. Wait, what does the first attack do? It doesn't paralyze me, okay. What? I didn't get boss? Oh. What? I actually did not get boss out of the Marnie? Are you serious right now? Are you actually serious right now? Okay, and now I can't with boss. Jeez. What a match. What a match. What an opponent. What a... Like, this also brings me back to the awful NAIC experience I had where everything just felt like it was going wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong. And wrong and wrong. But hey, he got there. You know, we got there. Not precisely because of GOODRA's special anything. I mean, it did require my opponent to really go out of their way to discard energies. As per usual, games come down to, do they have boss? It came down to, did I have boss? No. Okay. Do you have boss? No. Okay. Do I have boss? Right. And that was it. Right. On to next game. All right. So we get to go first. We have Arceus plus energy. We did mulligan quite a few times. So that is certainly not ideal, but it is what it is. So once again, the question comes to, what do we do this particular turn? I mean, based on this, I could certainly discard the Hyper Potion. I don't expect to be donked though, right? Like, what card could possibly donk me here? I think just getting the GOODRA established seems like a good call. You never know. I might get Marnied. I'm gonna get rid of a research. I did prize a GOODRA, so I'm actually glad I did not get rid of the other Arceus because I might need that. And we're gonna go ahead and pass. Alright, so we'll see what happens here. Alright. Alrighty. Dialga VSTAR, definitely a tough deck to deal with. that initial damage off of the Cramorant will potentially come into play and be very useful for my opponent. And yeah, after so many mulligans, there's no way I don't get poked here by the Cramorant. That was just way too many energies. I mean, way too many extra cards that I gave them, to the point where they're just not gonna whiff anything at all right here. Worst case scenario would have been if they powered up a Station and knocked out my Arceus. That would have certainly been really, really bad. But thankfully, that's not something that will happen. All right. Another attachment, another scoop up net. And there's the hit. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not using Hyper Potion at all. Jeez. I mean, probably wouldn't have mattered, but oh, are you serious? I don't even get to KO the Cramorant here. Unbelievable. Okay, I can't let the Cramorant just take a free knockout. Unfreaking believable, dude. Alright. Yeah, there's no way this deck beats that deck at this point. Not with the mulligans, not with me whiffing completely. Horribly. Yeah, in Mission Impossible. Alright. Well, there's the boss to knock out the Arceus, as expected. Okay, my opponent didn't do a lot this turn, so that's potentially good. Okay, 220 minus 80. I mean, they still knock me out. I might as well just power up the Arceus, really. Okay, then we'll go ahead and Marnie. Okay, we did get the Ultra Ball. And I mean, getting the Gardevoir seems good. In fact, to maybe try and further complicate things. Boss's Orders also seems really good against my opponent here. In case they don't get the Dialga going next turn. Alright, so I mean, for deck thinning purposes, I don't have Hyper Potions left. Do I? I believe I'm not. Do I play 2 or 3? I'm actually not sure. I'll just go ahead and attach a bunch of energies. 1, 2, and then an extra one right here. Alright. That should have been a second prize card, not the first, but oh well. Okay. Yeah, it's just you, Marnie, and then it really doesn't do much. Okay, 3 energies in the lost zone is significant-ish. Plus 2 there, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Usually they play 11. We'll see. Maybe saving my V-Star was better, but not quite sure. There's a Mirage Gate. Gosh, whipping the Arceus was so bad. Okay, water onto the Greninja. Okay, we see the Saucer. Pebble might generally just knock out the ARCEUS VSTAR right here. Okay, they're fully committing to the Dialga. Which makes sense. Yeah. So they can just get back-to-back KOs. There's nothing I can do. 6 energies, 6 times 4 is 24, plus a base 40, 28. They actually don't get a knockout here. Maybe they forget. Maybe they forget about the Gardevoir. Would have been lovely to get a big charm here. For the Arceus. For some reason, they're not immediately evolving. For some reason, they also didn't give that water to the Comfey to be able to retreat. I mean, they might generally be 1 energy off, thanks to the Gardevoir. Well, they do have the retreat. There's the dude. So that's 6, 7 times 4 is 28. They don't get a KO. They should still V-Star here, right? You have 1 card in hand. Why are you taking so long? Either go for it or don't go for it. Why is it taking so long? Alright. So they do go for the V-Star. And they get the KO. Okay. Alright, well, it all comes down to this GOODRA. All comes down to this bad friend. I mean, is there anything really that I can get? No, right? I mean, the big charm, I guess. Maybe I thin for that. Sure. Let's give it a try. Try to find the big charm here. So there's a research and no big charm. So rolling iron. I mean, I do reduce 100 damage next turn. So technically they can't KO me and then I can start healing. So you never know. They're not down a lot of resources though, that's the thing. Colorless experiment. At least I have boss to chase this down in case they decide to retreat for some reason, which I doubt. They do have Mirage Gates. They should have switching cards. They still have saucers. So, oh, 2 Mirage Gates. What? Okay. That is peculiar to say the least. Okay, they're getting an energy back. That's not ideal. Guessing they're gonna start powering up that Dialga. I mean, next turn with 2 energies, they're only doing 20 damage, and with Crystal Cave, they're actually doing -10. So maybe there's a chance here. Yeah, I might be able to withstand the pressure. Just barely though. Barely. Probably should have grabbed an energy before I did that. But hey. Do I want to research? I feel like I do want to attach this energy here. It's just I would lose all my boss's orders. That just really... And the Crystal Cave. No, never mind. I'm not going to do it. Okay. So if they just manually attach, they will do negative damage next turn. That's potentially very important. Very significant. Okay. I guess I can counter switch cards too. None in the lost zone. 2 scoop up nets. Gone, only 1 escape rope. Never mind. Never mind. And there's an ordinary rod right there. I'm really surprised they just got rid of both Mirage Gate immediately. That is definitely not something that... Like, if they could Mirage Gate here, they could potentially win, or just it's too much pressure. You know, I am preventing 130 damage each turn. But it will stack up. Thornton. Okay. Interesting, Thornton. See, quick ball. If I were at 2 prizes, I could hunt this down. Or I'd be a little less scared overall. I mean, I guess, yeah, that prize. Ooh, imagine if I were at 2 prizes. If they bench Luminion, I would have game. I doubt they're gonna play Luminion, but still, it would be an option, which I don't have right now. They don't even have an energy attachment, though. That's huge. Okay, I see the Comfey. So that Luminion was 100% a dig. Comfey gets lost zoned. That finds them quick ball. Away the Cram. Cram actually dealt 10 damage. Okay, they're really looking for energy then. If they bench the Crobat, I'd absolutely go boss KO Crobat and then try and boss KO something else. Ooh, this is even better. They don't even attack my dude, that's even better. Okay, there's the Crobat. They have 4 cards left. Oof, okay. Okay, they do find the energy that they really wanted. We might see another escape rope as well. Ooh, 2 cards left now. Okay, they're down. Only 2 scoop up nets. They're down 2 escape ropes. That's 3 scoop up nets now. Why would you do that instead of just paying the retreat cost? Okay, are they just trying to win? Metal Saucer escape rope again? Yep. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so whiffing that ARCEUS VSTAR actually did not end up mattering at all. Hitting the big charm would have mattered, but giving up on the 2 bosses orders, I don't think would have been good there. Would have made everything super complicated. So yeah, this deck, it's interesting. I think it's less powerful than DURALUDON because your damage output is so limited, and you do need either the extra HP or the way to survive with the big Parasol against Giratina's V-Star attack, and then you also can't search for them, as we saw just now. So that's a big problem as well. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.